Hello, I want to thank you for visiting my video. I'm Michelle, and this may seem a little odd that I'm making a video for what would be a dating introduction, but I am a film major, by the way, and film's a big part of my life. So if you're my friend or get to know me, you'll always be on camera in some way. So hopefully you're comfortable with that. And this is just my best way to say hello. Yes, this is a general message. I don't send out video messages for the fun of it. This is just a simple video I'm making because of one thing, mainly because of pegging. I'm sure I probably sent you the link and you're here now. And I find it something I need to do since there's not a whole lot of information out there. And what we do see is on porn. And as we all know, porn's not real. We can try to pretend that it is and to be hope that life works that way, but it just doesn't, does it? So technically, I don't really call myself anything. I'm part of the LGBT community. So is my husband, and so is the previous guy I was with. I've never been with a guy totally straight. So this is mainly for the straight men that are interested in pegging or believes a certain way. And before you go further with me, I would always like to explain to you what I'm looking for. And a little bit about me too. You can stay tuned after the pegging part if you want to learn more about me. But I find it to be that I've been trying to date the past few months. I really haven't met people or talked to many people because of this issue. I don't really say that I'm bisexual. Maybe I'm pansexual. How I see it is, as long as I like you and we get along, I'm open to dating you or to marrying you. I'm hoping for marriage online, by the way, and I don't need anybody who's going to be wishy-washy, still getting over hurt, or not sure what you want, or let's just see where things go. Either you know where things are going to go, sweetheart, or you don't. And it's not because of my age, it's because I know what I want, and I want someone equally dedicated to what they're looking for. Doesn't mean we're going to get married tomorrow, but it does mean we have similar goals when it comes to foundation and values. I will go into pegging real quick because I'm taking a break right now. I'm going to make this fast as I can. With pegging, I know that for a lot of straight people, what I get from them on these dating websites is they see it as a fetish. And what's between a fetish and what's the difference between sexual preference is that sexual preference is just normal. I think that's the biggest thing people have trouble wrapping their head around, is that what we see as normal, it's a turn on that we enjoy, is a fetish to some people. And it doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, bisexual when it comes to pegging. There's people who are part of the gay community that don't do anal sex all the way. It just depends on the people and what you both enjoy in bed. I really wouldn't call it gay or straight. But I will say this, how I got into it. Well, let me see. I have been with two guys sexually. I dated girls in between, and nothing sexual with them because I never got past that point. I prefer men. Like I said, I don't look at anyone as a woman or a male or even transsexual. I'll date somebody who is a transsexual as well, as long as we get along and we both have the same sexual compatibility, because sex is very important to me. That's part of the bonding process in any relationship. So it's been difficult to find a person that doesn't have this weird fetish thing going on with them at the same time when they bring a bunch of people in because they think because you're part of the LGBT community or you're bisexual or whatnot that you just want a bunch of people in and out of the relationship. I'll be blunt with you. I'm very old-fashioned. Surprisingly, it seems wild. I'm pretty boring, meaning I'm stable. You're not going to find a lot of drama with me. You're not going to find me in and out of people's business. You're not going to find me bringing problems into a relationship. I hope for the same thing for the other person, that they have their life together. Now, I'm not talking financially because I know things happen in life. I don't expect anyone to be top 10 here. I'm just looking for someone who is stable emotionally, is ready for a relationship, and looking to be in a family setting. Marriage down the line. I'm looking for somebody who knows what they want sexually and isn't going, well, just we'll find out if I like it as we go, especially with pegging, because that is something that has been a part of my life for 20 years. And I always say this, if I was with the woman, I would do it with her as well. So a lot of straight guys ask me funny questions like this. Are you a man? Am I a man? I don't know. I must have a really good sex job done, because if I'm a man, then I guess it's possible, maybe. But no, I'm not a man. Do I want to be a man? No, not at all. I love being a female. I prefer males. Why I say this? Because I don't want to take care of a woman in a certain way. In a relationship, of course, we take care of each other. When I say taking care of a woman, when I say I'm old-fashioned, I like old school type of man, bisexual or not, transsexual or not, who's going to open my doors, including my car doors when I get in and out, is protective of me, protective of the family, protective of the relationship, knows how to put her first, and does the man things, believe it or not. I mean, I don't mind feminine type of things too with him, but I feel we all have feminine and masculine within us. I'm that way. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily a fluffy girl, but I'm direct and to the point. I drive fast cars, and some kids look from the outside and go, well, she's kind of tomboyish. Well, maybe, but I'm very feminine too. I'm a good mother. I was a good wife. I love to cook, clean. I love to take care of my family. But at the same time, I can get down to business like any man when it comes to business, money, and sex. It's the best of both worlds, what I call it with someone like me. I think some people get the wrong idea about people who would be with more than just someone who is like solely homosexual or solely, straight. You get a little bit of both. And if you're open-minded to that, it can be a good relationship. And with pegging, like I said, with the fetish, I'm trying to make this very clear, is that I'm not into S&M stuff. I have to bring this up because I keep getting the same guys over and over again. Some weird shit they watch on YouTube, and there was some crazy straight woman who puts a strap on and you want to see if they can hurt somebody or whatever. Blood and all this stuff. I don't mind light kink. That just means, you change it up. You have fast sex, soft sex. You have different style sex, outdoor sex, car sex. I mean, yeah, of course you keep it spicy. I'm not one to sit there and put a dog leash on you and to pull you down to your knees, say, I'd probably start laughing, honestly. I don't have those kind of issues where I need to dominate no one. I don't mind submitting, but I don't mind domination. When I say domination, I've had men freak out over that. That just means you take control. It doesn't even mean that you're in somebody. It just means that a girl could be on top of a guy and take control. She's being dominant. She's pushing her man down because she wants to do him. Doesn't make her gay or straight. Just makes her dominant at the time. Makes her want to take lead, as I call it. That's a business term we use, is taking the lead. Knowing what you want and having a very assured woman who's not insecure of her body or sexuality. Same with a man. But when it comes down to roles, I like equality. And when I say equality, meaning what you do to me is I do to you in bed. How I love you is how you love me. No one gives more than the other. I've been in a relationship where it's been imbalanced before, sexually and with love, and with giving to each other. One person can't just push one person, their career and their wants and their needs, not put the other person's, theirs equally as much as what they want for themselves. You get what I mean. If you don't, then I'm not the right person for you. Just put it that way. It means you don't know what I'm talking about, and I can't go into a long description of that. And the whole thing with pegging is that it's equality. And you can view it as a woman being aggressive and you're having any kind of insecurities about, I have to submit, or I'm being vulnerable, or I'm this, or I'm that, then you're not for me. And why I say this, because you need to go experiment, and you need to go be with people, see if that's what you really want. I don't want a virgin. I don't want, or if someone's a virgin, at least know for sure what they want. Maybe you've done it to yourself. The whole thing is this: a woman doesn't lay down her back, isn't vulnerable. We feel empowered because we are allowing somebody to take control of us. I hear this a lot with straight men or men in general who have an issue with it because the whole, well, I'm not someone being inside of me type of thing. That's you, man. And you need to get over that, because in a regular relationship with like an LGBT, type of relationship, why I say that, so two people are both bisexual, say pansexual and like homosexual, you just know it's just part of your sexual relations. It's not a big deal. You both take and you both receive, you both put in, you both put out. It's just, you don't talk about it. It's not a big deal. It's just like straight people who do missionary and they do regular sex things. It's just part of our sexual life. We don't sit and go, ooh, oh my God, I gotta watch porn videos. It's a fetish. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, it's exciting. Ooh, it's taboo. It's not taboo to us. And that's probably why people back in the day used to kill us and shit, because it was taboo. Even though I've been doing this kind of stuff since the beginning of time. I'm letting you know now, if you're into that kind of a thing where you're looking at it as a control thing, it's a mental thing for you, you're testing the waters. This is normal. I've been doing it for over 20 years. It's another part of my sexual activity. It's not a big deal. I'm an expert at it. And all I can tell you is if you're going through some soul searching, or you're trying to identify yourself, or you want a certain kind of rough, tied up, electric shock, bleeding, and I want you to dominate me, be my mistress, be my dominatrix. I'm not your girl. I know I'm probably being very blunt. Like I said, I have a business background. I, mainly have male, the friends I do have are male. And not because I don't like women, it's just that it's what I get along with. I am very logical, but I'm very loving when I need to be. I have a good balance of both, let's put it that way. But I do know I want sexually, and it's been a waste of my time. I don't want to sound like I'm being a jerk, but it's I am my age or I don't have time. It's just, you get to a point when online dating's become what's become, like a bubblegum machine. You try to talk to people, they don't want to talk to you. They want to text you forever, message you forever, and play games. I call it a game because you're looking at your other options that keep popping up online. You want to try them all out and see who fits best with you. And what I believe is when you start to see somebody, it's just coffee, and you get to know somebody, you can't actually get to know someone when you're giving your energy out or your time out to 10 different women or men. This person can cook. Well, this person can clean. Well, this person's good in bed. Well, this person's got a nice body. Well, let me keep them all. I'll see you in 5 years. Okay, well, do you know what you want or not? And I'm getting my master's in therapy right now, and so I might analyze things a little bit. So if you're not someone who wants to be analyzed and not to, you like to play a little bit of head games and play like, ooh, let me see what's going to happen. Don't. I will see right through them. I'm an expert at mind games. I don't like them. I'm a very honest, authentic person. You always get the truth from me in a respectful manner unless pushed otherwise. We all have boundaries. We can talk about that. But I mainly make this video for that main reason, because I just want to make it very clear, once again, because I get the same questions from the same people, and they'll come back to me again. It's normal for me. It's something that I've been doing for a long time, so I don't see it as a course to turn on. Of course, it's something that's sexy, but people who are like, I can't explain it. They're like, ooh, you find it so sexy. Well, yeah, I like sex. Yeah, of course I'm going to find you sexy either which way. But I do know someone's going to say, well, I'm not gay, or I don't want that in my butt. Well, don't expect to put some in a female's butt, because guess what, in our community, buddy, you're still kind of bisexual then, because you shouldn't need a butthole or an asshole to get off. And if you're going to go in a straight girl's booty butt, why can't she go in your booty butt? Right? Because you're so open-minded, right? Because you're having anal sex. Otherwise, you're sticking to the Bible here, and we don't want to, trespass in those parts because it might not be healthy. So you straight men out there who like to play little games about, let me see if I get a bi girl because she's going to bring another one with me. Yeah, let's not do that. Since the pegging's done. Oh, by the way, too, I don't use strap-ons in the sense of belts. And why I'm bringing this up, because it's educational. Please don't take me talking about sex as a way for open door for you to treat me like a whore. And I say that because I have to bring it up because I've talked to men, and I didn't want to even put sexuality into it right away. I'm old-fashioned in the sense of I know that men and women aren't going to wait 6 months to have sex. I understand that. But I do have to take my time to get to know somebody, because you are exchanging fluids and you are exchanging, I'm not into one-night stands. I'm monogamous. I don't share. Don't even ask about bringing another woman into the bedroom. I don't share nothing. I'm very greedy. I want to say jealousy can be there. It's for anybody. Like I said, therapy, we have emotions and feelings. We all get jealous. We get jealous of work. We get jealous of different things. Those are just envious of somebody because of what they got. So don't say you're not jealous of your mate sometimes. We are, as long as it stays not too toxic. Unless that's your thing. Who am I to judge? But the point is that I don't use a belt. I use what they call, look it up, this is educational. Don't go all crazy and, ooh, I'm getting hard now, like these men tell me right away. Oh, I'm getting hard just thinking about it. Please don't tell me that. I already know that. Come on. What the fuck, dude? I get it, okay? You want to have sex. And that's not going to be a big, I've never seen your face and you message me, oh, I'm getting hard already. You know what, man? Ain't turning me on because I ain't doing nothing with it. So, when I'm talking about this, pretend I'm your teacher. And this is how I'm going to go over it with you. For you men who aren't very experienced, or we've been with women who just solely just do pegging because they like to dominate for whatever reasoning, I use it. It's called a hands-free. Google it. Thank you, lesbians. They made it. And that's what I've always used. And it's where, because men say, what do you get from it? Well, it goes inside of me, it goes inside the woman, which it goes inside the man. And it goes back and forth. So it's hitting her G-spot. Sometimes they have little buzzers in them too, little vibrators in them. Vibrates for him. And he goes in and out, in and out, in and out. And we do all the same positions as a straight man and woman. Nobody's being hurt. you know, and just because a man's on top of me does not mean that you know, he's vulnerable. He's actually on top. Every position I do, a man can do. Let's put it that way. Let's leave it there. So yes, I do get things from it. Like I said, would you ask? Here's an example, because people say, well, do you have to? Can you live without it? LGBT. Why am I putting that down there, fellas? Because it's telling you that's my preference. That's the sexual acts I've been doing for 20 years. And there's a question I'm asking straight guys if you're still kind of like, but I don't get it. Well, you don't need to get it because you're not me. And you shouldn't be talking to someone like me. Be with a straight woman that you can fight with. And try to get her to do these things. And you can understand why she's fighting you, because she's not bisexual or really pansexual. She's just probably putting on a show to make her look sexy for you. Oh, I once kissed a girl in college. Half them chicks aren't even bisexual, but that's another story. Anyway, I'm a bit sarcastic in my humor. I can be a bit of a jerk when it comes to people who tend to be stupid. I have to be honest with you. You have to get used to someone like me that can see the being ironic with things, because men will say to me, can I give it up? Well, the same way, if you're straight, you don't understand this. Understand yourself. The same way you feel like you want to do a girl, you see a girl like you just want to stick something in her, and like, I want to do her. Well, if I'm into women, it doesn't make me butch. I don't mind that same act. I would do it with a girl. I want to do it with a girl. I want a girl that's me. So I want to do it to a man, and a man does it to me. And I believe in porn sex, meaning that nothing's off barred. I'm pretty open-minded. I don't want to keep getting into this. And there's certain things like animals, children, illegal stuff, things that could probably like burn me, leave marks, make me bleed, things like that. So we have a car going by, of course, because no matter where I go in the country, they're going to stop and stare. That's what always happens when you film. It's like you have a camera on, it attracts people. Even lights make it worse. And they're going by. I'm not going to edit this. But yeah, so I mean, I'm not boring. I'm very adventurous, but this is something that I'm not going to give up. And if you're looking for someone to hurt you, that's not me either. A little bit of, you know, kinkiness and the fake S&M stuff, you know, tying each other up a little bit and things like that's fine. That's fine. You know, and we'll leave it there for now. We can talk more. But yeah, I make videos a lot. I believe in being personable. And if I decide to talk to you, which is rare and far, I found someone to meet just basic criteria, you'll probably see less texting, and I prefer phone calls, Zoom meetings, things like this, video, you know, audio files, so I can actually hear you. Because I now leaving the whole pegging thing into me real quick. Let's go into me real fast so you can know just a little bit about me. The same thing, like, what are your hobbies? What do you like to do? Blah, 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 blah. You know what? Can we just say the same thing and copy and paste it to every single person you first start talking to? Yeah, I'm a dick, I know. But you either like a dick or you don't. So let's get it done for me. And I hope the same from you, because really, what are we, 15? Let's just go out, because I can say, I like you. I like the way you look. I like the way you talk. I want to try to invest some time in you. Let's see what this goes. Let's be friends to whatever, you know, but the whole back and forth, texting. Do I want to? I'm scared I'm going to get hurt. You're scared you're going to get hurt. Just stop. Just go find that girl who's going to save you, because I'm not going to save you. You're going to be a codependent. If you need someone to say, well, I was hurt before. We've all been hurt before. We all risk getting our hearts broken. We all risk the same thing you're going to risk getting into a relationship. I don't want to hear it, because I'm going to be the kind of person that, and not say, are you healed, but you're not ready for someone like me, because I'm ready to be in a relationship with somebody that will go into a certain level, a higher level, which would be marriage down the line. And that doesn't mean we get married in 6 months. It just means that's the overall goal for both people, is what they both want in their life, in their lifestyle. So a little bit about me. Like I said, I have a degree. Actually, I have two. I have one in business marketing, business administration and marketing. I'm back to school for digital marketing and film about 8 years ago now, because everything started changing with digital marketing and social media is what they call it. And web designing, they call it digital marketing, because if we're all marketing, you're copy and pasting stuff on a board. It's just a lot different. I am 38 years old. I'm not gonna lie about my age. I'm almost 40 years old. So I've been in the business since I was 20 in business. I went to Berkeley, got my business degree there, and I got my other one to Art Institute or Art Academy in San Francisco. So I was in retail for 15 years. I started from the bottom, worked my way to the top. Meaning that I started as a sales associate while in school. I graduated high school at 15. Yes, I did at 15. I graduated college at 20. I have always been academic. I don't watch a lot of TV. I mainly watch documentaries. I read a lot. I am a fast thinker, a fast talker. Part of my job is over the years in management and retail. People think of retail and go, oh, well, you're just scanning people out. Yeah, it's the stores, but there's people who help build the stores and run the stores and make policies. That's eventually what I went into, higher level management, where I became a DM or district manager to regional management. And I worked for Reebok and Spirit Halloween. Reebok, I was started there, went to MIT program, ran stores, of course, with my business degree. Ended up, I was running like 30 stores. And you have to delegate those things. When I went to Spirit Halloween, which is a Halloween store, it's a temporary store that comes in and out, which will kill you that season. You have to build a bunch of stores at one time, get them up and get them back down really quick. And you got to have a skill set to do that. And you got to work with people up to 500 to 600 people at one time. You have a lot, whenever you get people together, you got conflict, you got issues, you got problems, you got people who are temporary, you got people from different backgrounds, and you're dealing with construction workers, dealing with building inspections, you're dealing with business, everything I'm doing myself. Worked 60, 80 hours a week when I needed to. So I'm tough. I work hard. I'm a hard worker. I believe in hard work. Here comes that car again. They're going to go by again and say, I wonder what she's doing. Let me look at her. I wonder if she's doing something like, going to be doing something on, to send to somebody like a porn thing. Probably is one of my things, but no, unfortunately. Back to the business thing. I build these stores. And so my main overall, I would say, skill set that I have now is I'm a conflict manager, meaning that I can bring a lot of people together. And I wasn't always that way. It took years of experience. You become more a psychologist than you do a manager. If you're a good one, you have to learn to work with everybody and try to bring those people together. I did training seminars, LP, loss prevention, but I am a conflict manager, meaning I have to look at conflicts and talk them out. So enough about my job. We can talk more about that later. Brings up to me now. I believe in strong communication. As you can tell, I communicate well. Unfortunately, I've been with a couple people that didn't have that skill set, and I thought, maybe that would change, and that's just an idiotic, immature, naive person thinking that both said that they didn't like that I talked too much, and why you don't think about those things at the time were important to you, they are to me now. It's something I won't compromise on now. You gotta be willing to at least talk to me, enjoy listening to me, and then talking back. You ain't gotta be a big talker, but if you enjoy someone to talk to you about things that just aren't things like reality TV, idiotic things throughout the day, a complainer. I'm someone who is a motivator, a motivational speaker in a way. That's what I'm going into actually more and more. That's with my career change I'm doing, my own business I'm opening. I am a motivator. I'm direct. I'm going to tell you the truth the best way I can, but I'll also kick you in the ass when need be. Whether you're my husband or not, you're my own child, my daughter. I'm very loving and caring to a point. And then when something needs to get done, it will get done. I'm that kind of way. I'm a fire starter. I expect it to get done. Let's get it done now. I don't like to wait. I don't like someone making me wait. Meaning that if you say you're going to do something, don't keep saying you're going to. It's just a type of thing I'm trying to avoid now. And hopefully someone who wants someone, oh my Lord, here comes another car. The only thing on this country road where there's no houses. There's nobody here. There's cars going back and forth, staring at me. But they do. I get the same car just going in a circle, trying to figure out what I'm doing. Watch the cops come in here pretty soon. But yeah, someone who wants someone who's, how can I put it this way? Let's not lie to ourselves and say, oh, let's be a power couple. She's, I got all these things going on in my life, and look at me. I got, I'm so excited. Come on, shut up. We're almost 40. Sometimes you're just tired, okay? And it's great that people are out there doing their hobbies. It's great they're doing all these things for their lives. But let's come down to, let's be realistic. We have to work. We have a little time for ourselves. You ain't got to impress me by telling me that you're doing this, and that, and you want to drag me around half the world. All the freaking time ain't going to happen. You might get a vacation 2 or 3 times a year that's, you're going to take. You might have some things to do on the weekend. It comes down to real life is there. Real life is there. It doesn't make you boring. It makes you an adult. Taking care of your responsibilities, taking care of your home, being able to go home and just be with your spouse and spend time with them that way and enjoy their company, enjoy being with them, regardless of what you're doing, regardless of money, regardless of the adventure. just going outside and looking at bugs and magnifying glasses because you're with that person. That's just hypothetical. Or say I go with you because you like some weird hobby that you have. But we just like each other's company. We like to talk to each other. We enjoy being together because we're best friends. And I'm your best friend, and you're my best friend. And we don't go to our friends and talk shit about each other and say, I wonder why we can't talk. Well, I'm a communicator. You can talk to me. I believe anything can be worked out. I believe anybody from any background can be together. I believe anybody with any problems can be together if they're both willing and open to do the work. And every relationship's a work. Don't lie to yourself and think, we'll slide right in. No, it's not okay for a minute. But real life happens. You're not even the same as your own parent. That's when you see a parent and child fight, like being disowned from each other, because you expect your child to be just like you or your parent to be just like you. No, you're born from that person, and you still don't completely agree. Sorry, my allergies. I buy flowers. I'm going to sneeze. Well, you're seeing a lot of it on me right now. But yeah, I mean, come on. All relationships will work. And if you don't work at them, you're going to lose them. You ignore problems, you're going to lose it. You just keep on pretending some movie fantasy ain't real, you're going to lose it. People are raw. People are flawed. People are imperfect. People are ugly inside. And that's the part I like about people. I love the fact that people peacock in the beginning, I call it, where look at me, I got the best going on, and so I don't care if I sneeze on camera because you're going to see it anyway. You know? You're going to see it if you love it, you're going to love it or not. You're going to want to be with someone like me or not. Vice versa. So, I mean, yeah, as much as you show me your great attributes, I do understand, at least I do as a person, that there's parts of you that need to be worked on always. There might be habits. There might be addictions you used to have. There might be a past that you don't want to talk about. As long as you're okay now. And I can't fix you, but I can work with you. I mean, I don't expect anyone to say, well, I'm completely over my ex. Well, I'm completely over. I understand that if there's still pain, there's still hurt. Of course, I still have pain and hurt, you know, from losing a husband and the situation I've been in. And to go on and believe that person not going to have those feelings is really just ignorant. And an expectation is too high for anyone. How else will you be able to tell your new mate what you want? I'm okay with you talking about your ex as long as not obsessively, like on and on, and you're angry still, and there's anger there. I don't want to be with someone like that. But talk about them. That's okay. As long as, I mean, it's not in a bad way when you look at someone and go, I wish things would have been this way in my marriage or in my relationship because it always made me uncomfortable. Or I wish, you know, or not even wish, hey, is this something you want to do? Because it was really missing there. And when I say missing, it was something that you knew that probably wouldn't last relationship. You know, your relationship was going to end because of it. And it's something that you really wanted or craved. And that's just not sex. We're talking like, you know, your love language. You're talking about the way you touch each other, the way, you know, you are sexually together. It's everything. Basically everything. If you don't talk about your ex, not in a bad way, because I can say about my exes or like my husband that's not here anymore, I can say, you know, as much as I love the person, you know, I was looking for this too. And I'll say, you know, that's not who I am either. You know, I don't know if I can ever give you that. And that's when in the beginning you get it out. And you're not sitting there, you know, trying to force someone and they fall in love with you like, well, don't you love me? That is so manipulative. You know you got something ugly within yourself. Either you don't see it, and that's going to be a problem online when the other person does see it. Or you do know, like me, I know the kind of person I am. I can be an asshole. You know, I know I can be an asshole. I know I can be certain things that we can talk about. And doesn't mean I'm perfect at all. But it means you sit down and talk to somebody, you don't play head games, and you take off running, and you don't make phone calls back, and you know someone's got an insecurity, and you got to be willing to work with that insecurity. If a person's not honest with you about their insecurities, then that's on them. And you can't save anybody, but you can work with them. You can both show each other you're going to be understanding towards each other's, you know, triggers, as they call them, you know, or with things that bother you, and hopefully you can work together. Now, it becomes a consistent thing where a person's, it never ends for them. After you've been there with somebody and they're still going, well, I'm not sure yet what I want. You just need to not be in a relationship or get someone who's going to fuck for a while. Because I'm a person who knows what they want. Doesn't mean we're going to get along together. Doesn't mean we're going to be married right away. We might have the exact same goals in life, but we just don't like each other until we meet. So don't text me constantly. It's a turn off to me. Don't try to learn me and change your answers to things, because that's somebody who's just trying to tell me what I want to hear to get to know me. You know, I understand you're trying to do that, but I don't care if you're was kind of slow where my husband was. He had learning disabilities. To a lot of things he had wrong with him. Still loved him anyway, to mental health issues. That's part of a marriage. And I was married. I don't know about other people being married. They're bitter or whatnot. But it comes down to, it ended because of both of you. It ended because you picked wrong or they picked wrong or vice versa. You grew apart. It's a number of things. It's both of you guys in the end. Unless the extreme happened. And so I understand having negative feelings, but also you married a person for a reason, or you're with a person for a reason because there were good attributes there at that time for you. And you may have transformed and you may have grown. Like I said, as you can talk. I'm a talker. I study part of my profile about religious stuff. I'm actually more secular, meaning that I won't say I'm agnostic. I won't say I'm anything. I'm not going to put a label on myself like I'm agnostic, I'm atheist. I don't know. And so if you're not into different cultures, food, not into traveling to different places, not to listen to different kinds of music around the world, you're not into basically worldly things. I study spirituality because no spirituality is to know a person, to know the culture of people. I'm very into history. Like I said, I'm an academic woman full. I'm always learning. I'm a encyclopedia to a historian. Now I'm not going to be Captain Correction with spelling or with math. That's not the kind of academic I am. I can be, but mine is purely more of history, the thing of people, how we become the way we are, how societies are built. Whereas business, the part of it is because it intrigues me. I try to I can get to know people. I'm pretty good at reading people. All the years in business and getting feelings off of people and an intuition that we all have. Somehow we're connected to each other. I don't know how. I don't know if you call it science or spirituality. I don't care what you call it. I just know that you can sometimes feel things off people. And just could be the momentum to bring it in to a situation. I'm not going to hide who I am. I do read tarot cards. I study astrology for 20 years. I don't base my life off of everything solely on that. I use them as tools, but sometimes it's just for fun. I am not religious, meaning that there's nothing I'm ever going to follow to the end. I don't like someone who makes fun of someone else's religion or backgrounds or cultures, or even the atheists. If you're a closed-minded atheist or a closed-minded religious person, you're the same to me. If you're someone who doesn't believe in God, fine. I don't even know if there's a God for sure. I can't tell you that. But if somebody who's so absolute, I can't be with. I can't be with someone who's absoluteness, and you gotta have someone absolute with them. It's this or you're stupid. It's this politically or you're dumb. Same thing in politics. If you're somebody who's gotta be a certain way, I vote all different ways because I vote what's best for me and my city that I live in. Federally, I don't ever look at one because what's the root of all evil? In the end, they're all politicians, and they all give us promises that they don't keep. It is what it is, and just do the best you can when you vote. So I basically an open-minded person, sexually, culturally, can go beyond I'm a man, you're a woman, but still when I say about the overall foundation of the relationship is I do prefer to cook, I do prefer to clean, I prefer to be in the home. I don't like doing the yard. I don't want to work on the car. I can work on a car. I can take care of a yard. I can do all that, but come on. Two people get together for a reason. Why? Love is an investment. Okay, let's be real with each other now. As much as we want to say love can conquer all, no, it can't. It comes down to investment too, and why it's so important. And this is why I believe in monogamy. Come full circle here for you. If you just want to listen still, you're still with me. You're getting to know me and see if you can tolerate someone like me. And that's okay to say tolerate or to say I don't. No. She's not the flirty kind. She's too intellect and directness as somebody's going to say, bam, I want you right now. That's the kind of woman I am. I'm not going to be like, oh, you want to sleep with me? You ready to have sex now? Oh, am I going to be sexy for you? No, I fucking want you to pull your pants down. That's pretty much what you're going to give me. I'm very direct. I can be loving and caring. I can cuddle and all that stuff too, but I'm never going to be a big flirt. I'm just sexy. I'm a sexy kind of badass where it's like I come out, I'm dressed a certain way. I can dress beautiful too. I can dress down and be in the mud. I can go to operas. We'll get into that. But the overall circle for me is this, is that I do like a man who's a man. I don't want to, I never want to emasculate a man, and he shouldn't feel that way because I'm equally yoked to him, meaning that I am mentally strong like him. I can think like a man. I'm physically strong, almost compared to most men. Doesn't mean I'm going to emasculate you because I take full control. I don't want to take care of you. Meaning that if I have to tell you, do you got to pay the bills today? You got to wipe your ass today? You got to put your clothes away? That means you're still needing some woman to take care of you or a guy to take care of, whatever. I don't want to be no one's mommy. It's fun to play that game, but it's more of let's help each other. Let's benefit so we can build together. And that shit stuff we should take care of in our 20s, man. By the time we're in our 30s, it should be like, yeah, okay, we got this shit down. This day-to-day stuff should be easy for us, and it shouldn't even be a problem. And if it becomes a problem, well, I don't know. I can't help you there. I can help you there because your relationship should always be first, regardless of your job. Especially if you're going to be married to somebody. I do believe in sacrificing, compromising. I do believe in giving it all to a relationship, all your energy, your love, your time over your parents, over your family, over your friends. Because only you two can keep it together. I'm not saying you can have family and friends. But if they're influencing your relationships, they're giving you bad advice, you're listening to it, you're not for me. If you got to run to your friend and go have coffee with them, say we're having problems, you're not for me. Get a fucking therapist. Do not talk to me, but talk about our relationship to your friends. Because your friends will always hold that. As a person who works in therapy in a way, knows that they always will hold the bad parts. And if you two get back together, then that negativity is on that person. And yeah, and you go when it's at the worst. I understand if you're going through something really hard, you get some help. But every single time something goes on, I've experienced that before. I won't go through that again. I think it's tacky. So I wouldn't do it to you. And like a guy, like I said, who opens my car doors up, who will hold my hand, who will walk on the other side of the sidewalk where traffic is at, and I'm on this side, who's protective, who's possessive, doesn't want someone touching his woman because that's disrespectful to him. That's his. Yes, in a way it's investment. Like I said, you put your time, and Americans, we work more than 40 hours with commuting a week. Okay, how many hours a day do we have? So 12 hours a day, we're just getting ready for work, driving to work, and going to work. Okay, that's 14 hours of about 12 to 15 hours of 12 to 15, depending where you live at, of hours of our day. You go home, all the money you make, that's why you're working, is going to your family. And so there's your financial investment. And then your time, your body, your effort, you helping that person, getting stuff for the person, being with them is all an emotional and physical investment. So that's why don't have an affair. That's why affairs end badly. There's you need to understand. If you're going to want to be with somebody else, this goes back to a whole thing I'm talking about here. End the relationship the best you can, but no matter what you may think, 99% of people are going to be pissed off and give you a hard time afterwards because you invested years in time or months, whatever being, and time you cannot pay for, time you cannot take back, time cannot be rewound. You don't want to realize that. We always say it's money. Part of it's money. Half of it's money. The other half is time and emotion. Because what we think is what we feel, and what we feel is what we think. It's a circle. And it's an investment. And so if you want someone to invest all into you, then you must invest all into them. And that's what I want. I don't want to half-ass say, well, my family, who cares about your family? Who cares about my family? If you can't say that this is my wife, this is my family, this is how I run my household, and they're still pushing you around, then you go live with them. I'm not saying I won't respect your parents. It's not about that. Or your brothers and sisters. Same with my family. I won't be disrespectful to my family. But it needs to be something that you take care of and not me. The same for my family. I can handle my family. Is what I'm saying. And there's people out there who cannot. And I see it a lot in relationships. Some of the biggest problems are friends, family, outside third-party influences don't always have to be an affair. Co-workers, jobs. The thing is it's all gone. All the hobbies, material wealth, the everything that you think that makes you you. It's important in your life is gone. All you have left is your spouse. Even the kids are gone. Is that enough? Will you still be okay if you just have that person? That passion, that fire, the love. But is that going to affect you? Is your decision about your job, if they're with you, going to affect you? Is that they're not, living a certain way because they don't live your lifestyle? Is that going to affect you? Is that going to be a problem for you? They don't act or be a certain way. That's what you have to look at in the end. What's more important to you? Showcasing somebody. Is it that, maybe you are more materialistic? Then you're not for me. Maybe you're somebody who, I'm not saying love doesn't come, it conquers all. Of course it doesn't. But love between two people and that relationship should be protected by both the people in it. Equally protected. Even if the person's right come from the outside saying, you know what I'm saying? It's between me and so-and-so. I like you to stay out of that because it's something we're dealing with. I know. And thank you for concern, but it's just, this is between us and we want to keep it that way. Because if it does work out and you tell your business and you get people involved, then there's drama. I don't want drama. I'm a drama-free person. I'm boring, like I said. Now, I go have fun and do things, but I'm boring when it comes to, you're not going to find me on my phone with my friends. You're not going to find drama coming to my house. You're not going to find me fighting people. What the fuck? I ain't got time for that shit. Really? I mean, I see people, they're like our age, so think they're 20. We're almost 40, or you're in your 30s or in your 40s. I'm talking to you next. I'm 30. I'm in between. It's just kind of like, that's not what gets it going for me anymore. I got too much other things to worry about, like a business and live my life and worry about people, go on people's lives. I'm not a gossiper either. I hate gossipers. I can't stand people in reality TV. I can't stand people binge watch TV all day. I don't watch a lot of TV. And the TV I do watch is like Star Trek and documentaries. I'm sorry, you're not going to see me say, let's go see a movie. You're not going to see me say like, oh yeah, you know, you just think movies are real. I work in film. I can see the edits. And it drives me crazy that people think that anything on TV is real. Sorry to be a dream squasher, but we want you to see what we want you to see. I'm a marketer too. I'm a marketer in film. Sure. Is right in front of you right here. So, I mean, I have trouble watching television for that reason. And when I do watch it, it's for technical reasons. And if that's something you don't want because you binge all day, that's not for you. Go to bars, or for me. Go to bars, you go clubbing, not for me. Why I say that is because I don't care if you drink a little bit, but if you're someone who needs to drink every weekend, like Homer Simpson, then go find a bitch like that. I don't like bars because I just don't. I mean, I grew out of that. I'm not judging nobody at all. At all. No. When I was in my 20s, that was what the thing was, you know, bars and clubs and dancing. It's not because I'm old. I just don't find joy from that anymore. I do not find joy. I mean, I'll go like once a year, but I'm going to sit there and be like, okay. And I can be a real dick. Like I said, I know I can be a dick with certain things. I can be really happy and fun other things. At least I can say it. But I just can tell you up front, if that's important to you, like playing pool, going to a bar, kicking in with your friends still, having these barbecues with people all the time, and you know, you're always just like, gotta be doing something all the time in someone's business and just a busybody from hell, go find a busybody person. There's people like that. I'm not that way. I'm gonna look at you and say, the fuck, why do you care? Why do you care what so-and-so's doing? You pay the bills? Because I don't want no one to do it to me. I just don't want no one in my life going, you see what Michelle is doing? Here she pegs. I think she's a dominatrix. That's what I'm talking about. See? It's what... That's a joke, by the way. But I do love comedies. I'll say that much. And as a hobby goes, just like with, you know, cultures, I'm not one way. Meaning that if you're somebody that is outdoorsy person, I have men all the time go, oh, that's great. You love the outdoors, hiking and going to lakes and the beaches and all that. Yeah, I do. I love all the, I'm very earthy. I get down and dirty because I clean up well. I'm a very clean person. I'm very hygienic. Hope you're hygienic too, because I don't like dirty men. Just, no. It's just me though. I can clean house too, by the way. So I'm going to kind of take my shoes off in the house. Don't ask me, you know, can I wear them, leave them on? No, you cannot. So if you don't like that, don't talk to me. When it comes down to outdoors, of course I'll get down dirty. You know, of course I'll go out there and do things. But no, I do not fish. I do not hunt. I won't do it. I really don't want anyone I'm with to do it either because it caused problems in my last relationships. Meaning that got thrown back in my face later. They both said they wanted to give it up for me because they know that I am a vegetarian. I rescue animals. I'm not just like PETA. I just don't like to hunt things. We have plenty of things in the supermarket. I'm not political. I don't want to push my beliefs on you. I don't care if you eat meat. My daughter eats meat. She can make her choices. I believe my daughter's religion, her politics, how she eats is all up to her. She gets older. It'll be her choice. Right now, my job is just to raise her in a safe environment that's stable, and she's educated, and I teach her society's rules, meaning not to go to jail or how to treat people. You treat someone bad, they might treat you bad. It's called an action causes a reaction. So, but who she's going to be is up to her. She becomes the next priest out there. I can't stop her. You know, that's as long as she's doing what she's good at, and I'm not paying for her. I'm not supporting her. I'm not going to support her. Well, I'm going to become a shoemaker. You're going to be a shoemaker making money. Make sure, because I don't want to take care of you to die. I'm the kind that I love my daughter. I protect her on my heart. I will do anything for her. I mean, literally, I will kill for her. I'll say that, not lightly. I will kill for her. But I stand back. I'm not a helicopter parent. I guide her. I teach her. But I believe she needs to make her mistakes. And I let her be independent. I like her to go. Sometimes she goes days without me with grandma and grandpa. I want her to be able to travel. I want her to be able not to be all over me. So my relationship is not about my child. I haven't talked about her yet, so you know. I didn't want her meeting anyone until I'm for sure we're really together. It's about me. It's about me and you. I want to have a relationship with a man first and integrate my daughter later when we're strong. I can't stand people who want to bring their kids in right away. I get it if you have a babysitter, but still, I've been there, I've done it with stepkids, okay? And it caused, talk about that later. It caused a lot of heartache. And my daughters need to go through that. Until I know I'm marrying somebody, or like we know we're really solid, bringing an outside party, even a child, can cause issues in a relationship. Enjoy each other. You don't have to worry about a kid being around. You have to worry about, it's about us right now. And to get to know each other. And when we get to that level of, let's meet family, then okay, the kid's around. But right now, it's not about the kid. It's not about my daughter. I'm mommy, daddy. I don't need a daddy for my daughter. I take care of my daughter financially, physically. I do what men do. I work on my car. We do things outdoors. A man coming into my life will be an attribute. It'll be an addition to our family. It'll be an addition to be a plus for us to gain someone else to come help us. Of course, I want my daughter to have a father figure. Of course I do. She got grandma and grandpa for that too, but of course I do. But her relationship with whoever I'm with will not be pushed upon her. I mean, you won't be pushed upon her. I mean, each other. But, I don't want you to dislike my kid and hate her either, because she's very loving and innocent. And if I eliminate her dad, I'll eliminate you. Let's put it that way. And not in a bad way. But if we're at the point where you're meeting her, I'm pretty sure you're the right guy. But what I'm saying is, I'm not going to say, you got to discipline her, or you got to take responsibility for her. That will come with the time. That's something you choose to do, and she's okay with that. And she wants that too. I don't want any pressure on a person with my kid. It's just, it's not your job to do that. And that's my job until it comes to that time and decisions are made. That's a long time from now. It's something we don't need to look at. There's a car again. There's a car going by the same car, so you're smiling on me and think, what is she doing? It's called cops. Again, it's called cops. But anyway, sorry, I lost my track of thought. Oh, my kid. My kid isn't the sole focus. She is the love of my life. She's my heart. She's the key to my heart, by the way. I'm not the kind of mom that's going to be choosing a man over my kid, vice versa. I mean, my daughter will grow up one day. I see it. And that's why I want to be in a relationship, because she will go. She will leave and have her own life and family. Where does it leave me? Behind her? Running behind her? No. But at the same time, I want a person that when they, like my two stepkids I raised, they're like your kids. You will learn to love her. Like I learned to love mine. I fell in love with my stepchildren. It takes time. It won't happen overnight. Any woman who's so desperate and codependent will just push their kids on them because they want the help. I don't need the help. Financially or physically. Things are set up for her. What I do need, though, somebody who wants to be there for me because they choose to. Because they want to be there for me. Not because I need them. Because they want to be needed in a way of, I want to be here for you because I like being with you. I want to help you because I truly, genuinely want to help you. I want to be there for you, not because I think you're too stupid. Vice versa, me too. It doesn't make you codependent. And it's okay to be codependent. People talk about that therapy, about codependency. Everybody's codependent relationship. It depends what kind of codependency you're talking about. Because you become, you're living, coexisting with somebody with dependency. You start to share bills. You start to share daily tasks together. You become codependent. Why separation is so hard? Why you shouldn't have an affair, like I said. Because what's the one thing, if you say if you had a friend, right? And you gave money because you're going to open a business together with them. And it's a friend of 30 years. And they take $10,000 and they give it to another friend they invest their money with into the business they really wanted. They just wanted to get money from you because they know you're okay financially. And they decide to go open a business with their friend and the person who's met. And you've invested this friendship, this time, this trust, and they gave you $10,000 to them saying, oh, when our business gets better, we're going to give your money back. We're going to double that. But we didn't tell you what we're actually doing. We seeded the money. Would that friend still be your friend? I mean, you wouldn't be pissed off, but if not, then I don't know what to tell you. You just let anybody walk all over you. Okay, well, I can't help. Like I said, I can't help you. We're not going to understand each other. I think most people are going to say, fuck that dude. Fuck that bitch. She's not my friend no more. And it would take a long time to gain the trust back if you keep them as a friend. It would take a long time of talking, of trust again. It would take a long time to have that friendship back. And it will probably never be the same again because you'll always remember that, what they did to you. And then you do it to someone you're with. And there's children involved. And there's emotion involved. And there's family and friends involved. What is wrong with you is all I'm going to say. And if you've done that in the past, you probably want to stay away from me. I don't believe in cheating. I won't cheat. And you're never going to have to worry about that with me. I want that for my guy. I had an open policy where a person can get on my phone. I should be able to get on your phone. You can get in my email. Because I'm not hiding nothing. I should be getting your email. Not because I'm checking on you. Because sometimes you just share an email. My people get on my Facebook. I should be able to get on your Facebook. Because what are you hiding? I mean, what's the big deal if I do? You know, on Facebook that much where you got to hide stuff from people? Like, I don't know what Facebook is. Like I said, I'm a marketer. I'm on there all the time. But I have an open policy with the person I'm committed to because I want them to trust me. And two, I have nothing to freaking hide. So what are you hiding? People say about boundaries. No, if you've got a boundary, if you got a passcode on your phone and your wife can't get onto your phone, I'm talking like you're getting married and your wife can't get on your phone, just don't even come around. That's not what I believe. It's a split thing. That's a misconception in therapy where a lot of therapists are telling different stories and about privacy. Then stay single. Stay single. Have that relationship boundaries set up. Because in marriage, everything is merged. Everything is merged. Your mind, body, soul, all of it is merged. And if you don't like that thing, then you don't like that kind of a setup, then I'm not for you. I keep saying that I'm not for you because this is not going to be compromised on. I'm not being mean about it. I just know what I want. I know you can't expect me to go backward. You know, it's the same thing for you. It's like me trying to make you go backward in your standards. You know, and if you're a certain guy and you're looking at a chick going, well, she's going to have this, and that, you better have that too then, sir. Because I see a lot of women with a lot of attributes and you men ain't got half of that and you be throwing them away for some stupid whore. I know because I talk to the women, I see them too, and the men too sometimes. But, you know, I have these men who outrageously think they can be with me. Not because of the way they look, just the way they are. I mean, it's one thing, looks don't mean anything to me, but it does when the mouth opens, oh my God, it just really sticks out. Now, I do have high value of myself. Doesn't mean I'm snotty or I'm a bitch. It just means that I do have standards. I cannot go backward when I've been treated a certain way. My husband is not here with me anymore, treated me a certain way. I'm not trying to replace you with him. Am I ready? Of course I'm ready. I would be here. Are you? As I hear more people crying about their exes who left them, not sure what they want because their heart is so broken, but yet someone like me lost her husband. I know that I have to live again. I have to move on. That I'll love again, and that there's going to be hurt, and that person understands that hurt like I understand yours. But it doesn't affect your current relationship. It doesn't affect your future relationships to where you sabotage them like that. I'm kind of like a therapist here, but what you're going to get from me. I'm very honest, and I just feel I should let you see what I am because I'm really tired of the runarounds. I'm tired of wasting my time with people that aren't being truthful. And I really do want a relationship with somebody. I'm not rushing it, but I'm very ready to give my love to somebody now. And I'm really sick and tired of online dating. And it's hard to find somebody who has my lifestyle sexually and, you know, can be open-minded to things I do. As much as I love the outdoors, I like the opera. I like the symphony. I go to Broadways. I like museums. I will clean up and go fine dining. I love roses. I like someone to buy me jewelry. I like someone to fret upon me. Someone to treat me like a doll sometimes. You know, I like someone to... Of course I like that. I do the same for my man in a manly way. You know, and it's not just all about me. I'm saying what I like because people ask me, what do you like? Well, I love to go outdoors. I love to forage. I love to go out there and discover new things out there. And I don't care if I get dirty and I can dress down and I like to work on my cars with somebody, you know, but I prefer not to now because I'm getting older. You know, I prefer a guy to go out there and do the cars and gas up my car for me because I didn't pump gas for 10 years. You know, is that me being a princess? No, it's just because that, how can I say it? You want to be a man, you want to be a king to be a king. And why would you have your woman out there gas up a car the same way? I mean, I can, but that's how he showed me he loved me because for me, I have a little bit of time in my day and my time I'd rather spend with you. Spend with my family. So if things can be done for me, because I do have a busy lifestyle too, small things like that is love language for me. To show me that you're going to pump my gas for me. Pick things up for me. You know, go to the store for me. Check in with me. Do you need coffee? Can I get you anything? Here comes another car. I really am in the middle of nowhere. It's funny. Can I get you coffee? Can I, you know, do you need any help with anything? Because sometimes I don't ask for help. Is something I need to work on? No, because it's who I am. I have a lot of things going on. I sometimes have work that can get really busy. Let me stop again. Work that can get really busy. And if anybody wants to feel appreciated and wants to feel that someone cares about them, just that one person in the world who you marry and who you're with. And why marriage is important to me, it's not a religious thing. It's a contract. Like they always say, you don't get the cow and get all that too. You know, you don't get my commitment. That's me. Doesn't mean I'm right or correct. Does not mean I'm saying this is judgment on other people. I don't care if you're in a poly relationship. I don't care if you never get married. Your friends with benefits. But that's not me. in my lifestyle. So understand the difference. I'm not going to judge anybody who's swinging, but I'm not going to swing with you. Okay? I want to be married. I liked my marriage. I enjoy being married. I'm a good mother and I'm a great wife. I'm actually a top of the notch wife and mother with everything else combined. I know I have to offer. It's not being cocky. I just know my attributes. And I know I have a lot to give. And so either a man can see that and appreciate that and not feel emasculated by that, and not be intimidated, or understands that treating a woman that way isn't like making a pussy whooped, because it's okay for me to be dick whooped, I guess. To be able to be man enough to say, fuck you, I got a fucking great wife. This bitch loves me. Where's your bitch at? And the sex is good. And she cooks good. And she takes care of her kids. And she takes care of herself. And she loves me. Like, I give a fuck what you think. If you're the kind of guy that's still into that kind of a thing, where you worry what people think about you, I don't care if no one thinks about me. It's the truth. Even my job, I show them what they need to see. We all do that. We all wear masks in the end. Work, school, family. I don't have to say way for my kid acting in front of you. You can't. And if you can't sit there and that's what you're still worried about, what society thinks of you, what people are going to view you as, all these type of deals like that, come on, we're not going to get along, because I don't give a damn. I really don't, in my own family. But I'm not doing things on purpose to shock them either. Just because I want to be an asshole. I'm saying who I pick in my life, how I live my life is my choice. Who's going to be in my life is my choice. No one's got the right to say anything to me. Or say anything about my mate, or my family, or my kids, So it's about loyalty for me. Loyalty is equally as important to me as love. Being stable, backing me up no matter what. Like, I'd back you up no matter what. If someone became crippled, are you still going to be there? Like for me, my husband got sick. Are you still going to be there if I'm sick? Am I going to be there for you if you're sick? The character of a person, the quality of a person. Is it really love, or just because you don't want to be alone and you want things to only be your way? Because sometimes a person might be grand enough for you to say, well, what I want is not as important anymore. And you're in a relationship with someone you love, or they love you, is because they're willing to sacrifice things that they love and they want, or they feel they need for you. And not outrageously so, but you always do. And it's because you generally want to offer it. Like I said, the fishing thing. I'm just not going to be into it. I'm not going to be okay if you go fishing. Don't ask me. I admit it, so contact me. No, I don't. I don't want to be a part of it. If you love me, it hurts me. It's something that really bothers me a lot when I see animals get killed. I'm very aware that animals get killed. I'm not ignorant. But it's something that, for me, it bothers me a lot. I volunteer with animals. I volunteer with kids. I'm a volunteer person. I can be just as much of a demon as I can be an angel. We all are like that. But I have the best of both worlds, I call it. And I'll be happy. I'll be lucky to get someone who can love me for who I am. And I'll be lucky to have someone like me. Because I'll be there to the end. And I don't want someone to misuse my love, to misuse my loyalty, to misuse me in any way, because I would never misuse you. Because I'd always sit down and try to work on things and talk to you no matter what. And so I'm not, I'm culture-wise, I'm Filipino, Chinese, Mexican, white, and Native American. I share all my cultures. My cultures are important to me. So if you're racist anyway, I'm not going to eat that, I'm not going to touch that, don't be with me. That ain't going to fly with me. That's going to piss me off. Because I'm raising my daughter to be culturally open to things. And with sexually and religiously. I don't judge anybody's culture and backgrounds. Like I said, I study the occult all the way to Scientology. I study everything. Because that's how I learn about them before I speak about them. Speak about something I don't understand. And you really should, before you make a judgment on someone, why do they do it? And that's why they do that. Bingo. Maybe you got to think about why that person's doing a certain thing anymore. So it's really about educating yourself before you speak upon something. And I just love spirituality and cultures. And some things I take for my daily routines, like I always say I'm religious at all. I'm not saying, I got to pray, I'm going to go to hell. What if there isn't a hell? I'm saying things that help me through my life daily. I take in. It can be a speaker that will believe 90% of what they say. Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, don't matter. But 10% I took. Because I can do that. I can balance out like some people who are fully in. You got to do everything the person says. Are you in a cult? I mean, come on. So, understand that. I research everything. I'm very scientific because like I said, I'm also secular. in a sense of some consider I'm almost atheist in a way. Because I debunk things I don't believe in. I'll keep studying them and going through them. And I can't say how the human mind works. It intrigues me a lot. When I've gotten psychology, like I said, human nature. I don't know. Maybe we do have psychic powers because our brain's evolving with evolution, different things. It's theories. I'm not saying I believe in any one thing. It's science. It's theories. And to sit there and think we know everything, then we don't grow as a human race. We don't evolve even in our mind. So of course I'm always going to bring up different things of what I think things could be. That's called critical thinking. I'm trying to teach my daughter to critically think, to always question, to always wonder, to always explore. And I guess I'm an explorer in a way of my own kind. And you're somebody just like, I eat, I sleep, I fuck, I get up, I eat with my friends, I drink. I eat, I sleep, I fuck, I get up and drink with my friends. You can go find a bitch like that who's low maintenance in a brain kind of a way. I'm not that way. I'm very intellectual. I'm not saying I'm like a genius. I'm just saying I'm into intellectual things. I speak intellectually, and you like that or you don't. You find it hot or not. You know, it's like with sex. When I go into it, I look at all the way. I get my research and I make sure I do it right. And that's not to catch you. And when it comes to music, I listen to everything too. You gotta be open to me because I mainly listen to classic rock. I drive American sports cars. I don't drive foreign cars, pussy cars I call them. Not into pink fluffy things. I don't think babies are cute. Even though I have a daughter. She's my kid. That's different. I am not one to go, oh my god, so cute. Oh, happy girl. No, I'm not that way. I'm just not that way. You know, I'm a different kind of it's almost like a badass aura, and it's just who I am. It's not I'm projecting anything. I just really am that way. I had to accept that because a lot of people used to call me lesbian because of how I acted, and it pisses me off because I'm more feminine than they're feminine women that don't cook clean. But yet I do have a masculine kind of demeanor about me where that's why it's nice when a man asks me because maybe because I was only a child and my mom's a single mom. When my dad wasn't around to step up and take care of things. But two, just part of my personality. I'm a critical thinker. I try to do things on my own. I take the lead. I'm a leader by nature. And so I will try to get it done. And I want to get it done the best I can. Not because I'm trying to show anything. But if you offer me help, of course I'll take it. But I'm not going to force anyone to help me either. If you're just going to stand there and stare at me and go, then leave. Or come and help me because you want to. Because you love me and you're a good person. And you only do it for me. It doesn't mean to be a good person to other people outside. That's the truth. I don't care how you really treat, I kind of do. You know, I don't want you hurting people, but I mean, I should be the priority like you should be my priority. I want to be the only woman like you should be the only man. And we're so in depth with each other and it's all about us. And that's just to be around each other. You can feel each other and you can see each other, a connection that's unbreakable. And they're there. I've had one. That you even know what each other's feeling when you're not even together, whether you believe that or not. I don't know if that's true or not, but maybe it's just because you're both in the same wavelength and you both you love each other so much that that's what you feel in a way, almost the same. Or you really do feel each other's energy. Who knows? I don't know anything. I study a lot, but know nothing. Yeah, so I listen to classic rock. I like mainly classic rock, so you know. I'm not really into grunge music. Some 90s music's okay. I'm not into boy bands. I mean, I guess I'll listen to some. A lot of things that entertain my daughter. She's a little kid. I listen to a lot of hardcore rock, like classic rock, AC/DC, Van Halen, Head East, Lynyrd Skynyrd. I kind of have a redneck to me a little bit. My mom's from the Midwest, so I'm not white, nor am I too colored either. I'm a mixture. I'm a very scrambled egg where I'll be at Berkeley, you know, Malcolm X and all that. That's right, Malcolm X, by any means necessary, all the way to listen to Lynyrd Skynyrd. As I understand it, cultures are different, people are different, and I love Southern rock. I mean, I'm not really into rap and R&B too much. I'm very picky. I'm not into sports. I don't watch sports. I'm sorry. I understand them fully. I do. I just am not one to sit there and enjoy football games with you. Not because I'm a girl. I just think they're fake. In marketing, I don't enjoy it. I can watch maybe one game. I'll never cheer with you and make it your sports parties. It's just not what I'm into. I'm sorry. I'd rather go watch NASCAR. Watch wrestling. I'm a big wrestling fan, WWE. Oh, yes. Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Triple H. I was back in the aggressive area. What they call that era? It was called I can't remember. But it was the era where there's still blood and they're still hitting each other with chairs. So, I mean, I'm more into that. Not really into sports of football and basketball. Like I said, I understand fouls. My first guy was a football player I was with. He thought he was going to be an NFL. I understand sports completely. I still don't enjoy them though. And I don't enjoy tailgate partying. I don't enjoy going to a game all day. Why lie to you? You're not going to get me to go. Some concerts are okay. I tend to, I don't like big parties and being around people all the time. I don't have to rush out and be with everybody else. I can be just happy to be with the person I'm with. And simple things. But too, I like to be surprised, and I love gifts too. Who doesn't? And so hopefully you can integrate all that. You can take me out for a fine dining. You can take me out and get me roses. I love roses. Well, someone gets me flowers every week, buys me little gifts here and there, and spoils me, and wants to be daddy, but understands they're not going to be like daddy and S&M. Like, you're my bitch now, do this. Like a mommy, however you want to say that. Toxicity is up to each person in the relationship. I'm not one to judge. If that's your thing, who am I to say that's wrong because you're punching each other? I'm being real here, people. People can talk about being toxic, and make sure there's no comments getting dark. Toxic relationships. What's toxic? If you listen to people saying that's toxic, but you enjoy it and it works in your relationship, who's to say it's toxic? Toxicity is up to you. Toxicity is up between you two if you're being honest with each other. So if two people are, one person's being a dog and the other person's pulling a leash and someone's going, oh my God, that's abusive. If they like it and there's no kids involved in that practice and like no one's being bruised and hurt, that's what I'm talking about. It's like, then there comes a time where it's dangerous or there's children involved. I mean, there's certain things you shouldn't do. If you're asking for trouble and there's something wrong, if you're getting people involved and you get third parties involved, that's not my lifestyle. But I'm not one to judge. Like I said, though, when it comes to children, I do, because I have to report those kind of things. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with people who don't have a choice. And no different if someone's abusing a senior or an animal. They don't have choices sometimes. To take advantage of that means you got some kind of power thing in your brain, and you will go further and further with that as time goes on. And I'm okay with that if it's not my life. Like I said, I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm just telling you what I want. I don't want to text forever. I would prefer phone calls. I like a person who pursues me, and not in a chasing, degrading way where chase me. Pursue me, because that's what gets my attention. I bond rarely with people. I don't have sex easy with people. Once I do, it's something that's just who I am. I invest my time in one person because I want to focus on them, because I can't give it out to every single person. I won't have enough to give to one person. I won't have enough to give to you. You'll never get to know me. How are we going to get to know each other if we're spending time with 10 different people? Calling 10 different people constantly. And if that's your thing, please do not contact me if you're an option holder. If you're someone who likes to juggle all the time, have options, have exes that are still on your phone, no. I'll say it. I'm possessive of my person once I love them. They're mine. What can I say? And I'm yours. And I like someone who's going to protect me the same way I would protect you. Doesn't mean that, you get me fired from my job, but I will listen to my man who goes, I don't like the way that person's treating you. And if I got a man who's too scared to say that to me, he's not a good man in my opinion, because he's going to let someone walk all over me. That's the kind of guy who likes to chuck hold. And I find anything more unattractive than a man who gives a woman away, because I believe in evolution in a lot of ways, and it's the alpha male who gets the female, as the other wants to stand back and watch him. That's what you want to do. So you're weak. I cannot stand weak men. And I don't even care if you're just like a female. It don't matter about that. It's a person inside, how they come off. And, I want to be protected. I want a man to say, I don't want that guy touching you. I don't want that person. That's to me, that's love to me, because that person's protecting me, or that's caring about me. You're caring about my well-being. That am I getting home? You call me because it's dark outside. You don't want me pumping my gas because there's weirdos out there. Not because I can't take care of myself, because that's what you should be doing, the same way I'd be worried about you. The same way I'm making sure you're taken care of. The kids have food. I'm nurturing and taking care of the family too, and I protect them too. I shoot guns. I'm a liberal with a gun. Yes, I shoot guns. I shoot guns, drive fast cars. I listen to hard rock music. I get ready to buy a motorcycle, a Harley Davidson. I can say I'm at the pool table, not because I chose to be, because this is where I am. I have to be smart and pretty. And that's been hard on my life. People think it's been easy. Actually, no. Because most of the guys just want to screw me. They don't want to get to know me. Or I have women who hate me. And they just want to hate me because of the way I look and the way I talk. So my life has been kind of lonely. in a way, because either people are insincere with me because they want something from me, or they get jealous of me and cause issues for me. And so I become very where I'm careful who I let in my circle, and I won't bring anyone into it. And I know this is a video that's kind of long, but it's an intro video because I don't want to waste all this in a text. It takes me weeks to text all this. And the person never calls me, after a while, forget it. Just forget it, okay? I'm serious about this. I'm not trying to push anybody, but I like to be pursued, meaning that pursuing to me is you're calling me every day. You want to get to know me. You want to try to spend time with me. You're interested in who I am inside as well, not just on the outside. And it's not all about you. You know, what you want. Someone's going to give to me too and say, what do you want? And to, you know, I like a guy who makes plans, who prizes me, who, you know, picks me up. You know, I'm not saying you have to buy dinner, but it kind of is like, it's going to be unattractive to me, not because I'm saying you have to buy my dinner. It's just kind of like, if I'm traditional, I just think I'm traditional about that too. And to say, well, you believe in equal rights. Well, yeah, but, okay. Let's put it this way. I hear men all the time complain about a woman. They're like, I spent all this money on her, and I got nothing back for it. You don't give something as a gift and expect something back. Okay? So if you're not one to give, because you feel personally that way, you're once again, we're not going to work out. Because I don't need your money. I've never needed anyone's money. You buying something from me is because you're choosing to give it without the expectation of it being returned. In sex, talk, anything, it's a gift to give to somebody. If buying dinner is a problem for you, for somebody, is I could buy dinner for myself. Of course I can. It's not going to be okay, because down the line when we mix some money together, I guess we're going to keep everything 50-50, right? And if I say protector, stability, yeah, I'm stability too for you. I'm stability in other ways, but financially as well. But if you don't want to give a gift to me by it's like, well, why should a woman? If you're really having this question with me right now, if you're really going, but Michelle, then do not contact me, because it means you don't even get what I'm saying. You're going to fake it. You're not the right kind of man for me. And you're really you need to find a kind of woman that says, don't open my door for me. I expect you to open my door for me. Don't carry my stuff for me. I expect you to carry your stuff for me. You know, I go Dutch. Okay, if we're friends, fine. We're only friends. But if we're even married, there are times when my husband had to buy food for me because I wouldn't even buy. I was buying, actually budgeted more than him, and he knew I wouldn't buy stuff for myself, and so he would buy it for me. And that's what made me love him. That's what got my attention. What got my attention, he did things for me I wouldn't do for myself, and that he put me on a pedestal. In return, he got my unconditional love and a pedestal of his own. So to be a king, then be a king if you want a queen. Unless you want a king with you too. You get equality, of course. It was always equality, but I always say a king's job is hard because it's self-sacrifice. It's not about what they want. And if you can find a woman that is being sincere, like I'm telling you, you can get the world from me. Get the world. I'll do anything for you in the world. But I expect the same. And if you can't understand the dynamic I'm looking for, with the men to open my doors, even when I'm getting out of my car, even open the car door then. All my doors when I go into places, pull my chairs out, take me fine dining, take me dancing, you know, whatever. Do little things for me. Hold my hand, protect me from the cars on the road. If paying for dinner is a big deal for you and buy me little gifts because you're trying to like show me that you care, then please don't talk to me, because I'm going to, in return, it's what you'll get from me as well in different ways. And if you're expecting me to treat like a woman too, well then, like I said, then we're two females. I'll be the female then. I like a guy to do that for me. That's what gets my attention, not because of the money. I'm not saying it gets to be real expensive either. I mean, great if they are, but I'm saying just to, even someone made me something, so I took my time to make this for you. I picked flowers for you. This guy ain't got to be rich and I'm with. Money don't mean nothing. Just keep my bed warm, my heart warm. You know, my husband was a stay-at-home father. You know, I worked. I don't want to go digger. But at the same time, the guy ain't got it. He could be a trash can man, or he could be doing a garbage man. He could be doing anything. I don't care, as long as he's working. He's productive as a human being. He's not a user. He's something with his life. And if that's me, that's me. And it may sound cocky, but I don't care if a guy worships me. I want a man to worship me, and I worship him back. But I love to be worshipped. I love to be treated like a god. That's what gets my attention. And not someone saying, should I do these for you? Just do it. You want me, come after me. That's what's going to get my attention, because there's a lot of guys that do come after me, and that's not to scare you. It's just to say that there's so many men out there doing the same thing. There's so many guys that they're all alike. They all say the same things. It's like the same mold after another, same lines they've gotten off of YouTube. Who are you? Are you going to show me who you are? Do you know who you are? And when I say pursue me, because if you're pursuing me, of course I'm going to call you back. I'll play head games with you. Of course I'm going to give you my attention fully. Like I said, there won't be none of the options if you get my attention. And if not, right now I'm talking to people, yes. So who am I supposed to pick? I don't know. No one out there to me right now has been anyone I wanted, honestly. So I mean, that's, if you want to know, because Ben say to me, what do you want? What do I want? I want a man to pursue me and to hold on to me in a man way, where they want to do that because it makes them feel good. They feel good by doing those things for me. Like I feel good by doing things for him. So this video is long enough. You kind of get an idea who I am. Mosquitoes are coming out, and it's a long video, I know, but this is who I am. And like I said, I want to get to know you. And if you're interested, why I made this video, then let's get to know each other. Let's stop wasting time, and send me a video. Like I said, to make the extra effort for me, videos, to call me, voice messages, like even if it's an audio file because you're driving from work, to make those little extra efforts, like I'm making one now, is a big thing to me. It's when someone can go outside the box and say, let me do something for Michelle. Let me do something for her differently that I wouldn't do for anybody else. All the difference in the world to me. It's also too what you do is from the heart. And not just about, well, so-and-so didn't like that. Well, if you're still thinking about so-and-so didn't like that, I'm not so-and-so, no, am I? Exactly. So this is very different for most people, because most women don't do this. They like the whole mysterious thing. I don't. I know what I want, and we're either going to talk and try to get to know each other, because we're both ready to do that, and we're both ready to move on with our lives together, so we can enjoy life together, and we can start having adventures together and living a good life, and just having a great time together, and having laugh and fun and sex and cuddles and kisses and all that together. Or we can sit there forever and say, okay, this is going, okay, well, she's a redhead. Okay, I'll get it. Come on, brother. Either get with the program or just don't waste my time at all. You have to message me back. So that's what this video is for, because it's taking a lot of time off for both of us. You kind of see who I am, because text is really hard for me to explain this stuff, because the whole female masculine thing, people don't get it, or the balance of it all, and who I am. And it comes off wrong in text, because text and messaging does not show the emotion, the person's intent. And if you're a person who likes to be mysterious and hide things because of whatever reasoning, you're not for me. I keep using that phrase. We're not for each other, at least. Transparency, being authentic with me, the good and the bad in you, no matter how bad it is. I'm not one to judge. Depends on what the bad is, of course, and all that kind of stuff. Of course it does. But that's someone out there who may not care. Someone out there who don't care if a man opens the door or does anything for them. They don't care. I'm not saying low value women. It's just who they are. They don't want that. That's okay. I do, and I'm not going to change that for anybody. So I hope you understand that. The pegging, how I see things. I'm not the kind that don't come down the line and say, oh, I want to have a threesome now, because like I said, I do not share. I can be possessive of my man because I'm investing my time, my money, my energy, and my life, everything, my body into this man. You're not touching what's mine. Do you understand that? Like my car. You're not going to steal my car either, are you? You're not going to steal my money on my bank account. You ain't taking my man. Do you understand now? Get where I'm coming from with this. And it can get dangerous to people. That's why people kill each other, because they invest so much into a person and they go and do some stupid shit like that. So just have an open mind about what I'm saying. I don't want to scare you, be like, well, she's crazy. Anyone can get crazy in a breakup if that's what happens. Like I said, I'm coming from a therapist standpoint. Investing, too, in business. 2 and 2 are the same. Your whole life's invested into a person. And you have to understand, if you want equal investment, you want someone to invest highly into you, you better invest highly into them. And to really get to know who they are and like who they are. And not try to force it into a box where, you're going to take me for what I am. Vice versa. And you work together. You work through things together because you're both worth it. And you both understand that. And you both are patient and kind to each other. And you can talk through anything. Anything. I believe in that. And if you don't, then like I said, you're going to have problems with relationship. Because things will always come up that no one expects. So have a good day, whatever day it is. And if you want to talk more, let me know. We'll talk more. And yes, this is one video for everybody, because a lot of people will probably turn off within the first 10 minutes. And like I said, you made it this far. You've made it this far on purpose, maybe. I've made it this long. It means you like listening to me. It means you like my videos. That means you might have a shot. It's probably like 1% that made it through. The rest of them that just shut off, doesn't know what's going on, they're not going to likely with me then all day. Because the camera's always on. But two, I do talk a lot. I have a lot of things to say. I love to talk. I guess talking is one of my big hobbies too. I love conversations. Even if they're bad. Because I can debate forever people and still go have a drink with them. Not even the same belief systems. But that's who I am though. I can get along with almost anybody. Evil to good. Bad and good. Whatever you call it. So thank you for watching the video. If you've gotten this far, then maybe you like me enough to say, yeah, I like what I'm hearing. Let's meet. You know, because like I said, I don't want to be texting forever. I just don't. I want to get to know somebody, even as, as friends, and at least we're hanging out and having, spending time together. We won't know until we spend time together if we really like each other. Text don't mean nothing. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I've cut most of the men off because of that. Weeks and weeks of texting. I don't need that. I understand if you're scared, and you're scared. We're all scared. We're all risking everything the same. So we all have something to lose. So you're not alone in that fear, if that's the fear you have. Don't be on a dating site then. Date or not. That's how I see it. So thank you again, and congratulations for making this far. I'm impressed.